California has always been considered the bleeding edge of the United States. Yeah, there's a saying that whatever happens in California will happen to the rest of the country in 10 or 20 years. Now, that should really worry people because right now the state of California, well, it's in the toilet. You go to California and people are fleeing the state. If you have the means to leave California, you're leaving. There is incredibly high taxes. There are rolling blackouts because they are mismanaging their electrical grid. There are wildfires going on because, again, mismanagement. There is a homeless crisis that is going on in every major city. And it's not just in the downtown areas of cities like Los Angeles or Sacramento or San Francisco. No, it's in the suburbs, in the nice areas. There are people in the high-end neighborhoods in Los Angeles that are having to put up bars on their windows because of the crime from the homeless people, from the crazy people, and also now from the roving gangs because the police are either unwilling to arrest these miscreants or they arrest them and catch and release, which is insane. But that's what's going on in California. What's happened is that the state became a democratic state, but it's more than just that. You see, before, California used to be a very conservative state, a Republican state. And then slowly during the 60s and the 70s, it drifted to the left. But there came a moment in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, when the California government was captured by the Democratic Party. They had a supermajority, which they manufactured by different ways. One was by guilt-tripping white people, conservative people, into voting liberal. The other was by importing large foreign populations, specifically from Mexico and Central America, to vote their way, and stirring up racial resentment by way of identity politics to ensure that 93% of the black population in California would vote Democrat. And well, all of these contributed to the Democratic Party having a supermajority, and now the Democratic Party is completely entrenched in the California government. It completely controls it. And of course what happens is that when you have a single party that dominates a state or country, that party inevitably goes corrupt. Because it doesn't really matter who the people vote for, that party is going to win every time. And so it becomes an issue of internal politicking in that party. The internal politicking and the deal making. And that's why people who are just awful politicians wind up in control and in positions of power. For instance, Kamala Harris, who rose to become the US Senator for California. She is an incompetent. Do you know how she rose to power? She rose to power by being the mistress of Willie Brown, who was at the time the mayor of San Francisco. And from there, she literally went from bed to bed, rising in the Democratic hierarchy until she got these plum positions in the Democratic Party machine in California. And this led her to be the Attorney General for San Francisco, I believe, and eventually the US Senator representing California. People don't like her. They never did. She never wins elections on her own. She needs the Democratic Party machine to back her. That's the only way she wins. You don't believe me? Check out the Democratic primary for president. Kamala Harris she didn't even get one a primary representative, right? Nobody wanted to vote for her. Nobody likes her. This is a truism, but that's not the point I want to make here. I'm not trying to crap all over Kamala Harris, who I think is an awful person, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video, see, is that California is the future of the United States. And if the Democratic Party, or any party, were to capture the government of the United States, well, the rest of America is going to become California. If you're American, do you want to be like California? Do you want to have rolling blackouts? Do you want to have an endemic, systemic homeless problem and mentally deranged people just running around and defecating everywhere? Because that's what they do. That's what they are doing in cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles. They are doing this. Do you want that? Is that what you really want? Do you want a state that taxes you what is it, close to 20% above federal income taxes, and doesn't deliver services, the policing services, the fire department services. It doesn't deliver the services. It's a disaster. It's a failed state. Do you want the United States to be like that? Because that's what the United States is going to become. And to tell you the truth, even if Joe Biden loses, let's say that Joe Biden and his cabal in this election just lose by a blowout, which is not clear because in the Democratic Party they are clearly trying to manufacture a win by way of ballot box stuffing, by way of these mail-in votes, which are just the easiest way in the world to lie and cheat in an election. But anyway, even if Joe Biden were to lose in a blowout, it's just postponing the inevitable. Yeah. The United States is going to become California. Look at California today. Look at how all the smart people, the people who are well off enough, are fleeing California. They are racing to get away. The U-Haul trucks can't keep up with the demand for people wanting a trailer to hitch their trailer to their car, pack up all of their belongings, and leave. Leave California. That's what's going to happen to the United States. And it's happening faster than you can imagine. It's happening right now. If you live in the United States, you should be smart and you should be thinking to yourself now, while you still can, where to leave to. Yeah. California is a shithole. There's no other way to say it. Everybody knows it. It used to be the Golden State. Not anymore. It's a disaster. You have to realize that California, what is California today, is what the United States, all of the United States, is going to be in 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 years. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen right quick. And so you're young, you still have opportunities, you can leave the United States. You can leave to another country, get a foreign citizenship, establish yourself in some other country, maybe in Europe, maybe in Asia, maybe in South America, maybe in Africa. It doesn't matter where, because the United States is decaying. And as it begins to decay, what you're going to be seeing is that it becomes more and more like a police state. Yesterday, Twitter started suppressing news about the Hunter Biden scandal, which is really despicable. I mean, the news itself is awful. The guy is a crack addict or a meth addict or whatever, right? Who got paid off by a foreign government or rather a foreign corporation to get favors from his father, the vice president of the United States. And it's turning out that apparently in the Biden family, it's usual for all the kids who get these jobs from the old man to kick up half their salary back upstairs to the old man. Yeah, this is the truth, right? You know, one of Joe Biden's daughters was complaining about this, complaining about it to Hunter Biden. So if he was getting $50,000 from Burisma, apparently 25,000 of those dollars would be kicked upstairs to old Joe Biden. I mean, think of the corruption. This is mafia level corruption. And that's the guy that's running for president for the Democratic Party. But anyway, I lost track of it. Oh, that news, incredibly serious, incredibly serious. Well, Twitter and Facebook started suppressing it. Started suspending accounts of people passing on this information, which is vital information. And it's true. Nobody in the Biden camp is disputing this. It is true. And they are suppressing it. Suppressing it now. What the hell do you think is going to happen in a few years? What do you think is going to happen in 5 years, 10 years with Twitter and Facebook? The information that you receive, you will have no idea if it's true or not because they will be suppressing the information. Yeah. Oh, by the way, where's Twitter and Facebook located? California! If you value your freedom, if you value your money, if you value a well-run government, you leave California. And if you realize that what is California today is going to be all of the United States tomorrow, wouldn't it be smart to be thinking about leaving now? Now while you still can? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. I put out an extra video every week on topics that are frankly too hot for YouTube, because if I put them up on YouTube, my channel would get deleted. I also do a weekly webinar, which is a call-in show. I talk about different subjects, and it goes, 90 minutes to 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours, where we talk about different stuff. And it's interactive, so it's a lot of fun. So please go check it out. Like I said, link is in the description below. Thank you so much, and I will catch you next time.